G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm not sure how today's going to go because I picked up these trees from the nature strip. The guy across the road, I think he's in landscape or something like that, and he leaves out trees to someone to pick up, I guess, in terms of rubbish. So he usually puts out plastic pots or dump trees that he doesn't use in his landscapes, etc. So I found these two things sitting on the nature strip yesterday, and I brought them in. This looks like some sort of privet or buxus that's variegated. It's a nice, two colour foliage, yellow and green. And then I have no idea what this is, but look at the triple trunk multi. I'm not sure what it actually is. Could be certainly someone with horticultural knowledge here to know what that is. Seen them around the place, pretty common. But yeah, something free, I guess. These are free. Someone put them on the nature strip, and we'll see what we can maybe create. So maybe if you guys are doing this, if you guys find nursery stock or something like that, maybe in a discarded section, you never know where you can find material that people throw away or in the piles of giveaways, etc. You never know what to do, or you never know what you can find. These are pretty average, but it's more around how I approach maybe what I do first. So first thing, they look reasonably healthy. This is quite tall, very straight trunk. This has got a three tree trunk already cut down. Must have been sick or something and they've cut it back through. But the first thing I do is dig down and see where the roots start. So that's the first thing I do when I get these, and see how far the roots go down to form the base. So I'm going to get some gloves on and dig through, and then I'll come back and show you what I end up finding. Alright, so I had a look at the privet or buxus. Now I'll just show you what I ended up doing. Is I started digging, the soil was probably up to here, and I was able to expose this much further down. Big huge bit of deadwood here, and bit of deadwood here, and already sharied. But what I also found is typical nursery stock where it just keeps getting up potted each time. Plus this was dug out of a clay soil somewhere originally, and then kept getting filled up with more potting mix, standard potting mix. So lots of clayey soil in there. So I might just give this a rinse off with a hose and put in some nice open mix and see how it goes in recovery. Not much else you can do with this tree. If I'm going to do that root work, I might really want to touch the top. It's very bushy, there's nothing really there. But what I'm thinking of doing with this tree is not your typical tree. I'm thinking of making those kind of claret tops. I don't know how to explain it, but the very tall trunk and then just foliage at the top. Claret top tree, I think they call it, or something like that. Something a bit different, might look nice in a few years' time. But yeah, something to play with. It's a free tree, so maybe I'll, if I clean off the clay off that, get it all nice and clean, it might look better from lower down, and you have a much more interesting tree. So yeah, but probably nice tall tree that will be a top, one of those claret tree. I don't know what you call them. They're nice. I think most of you've seen them around the place. You've got those expanse foliage at the top only and nothing at the bottom. That's the kind of tree. Looks like a really big old forest tree with just the top of the foliage growing, nothing low. That's all died off over time, and it just has foliage at the top. So that's the plan for that one. So I'll clean that one up, and then I'll have a look at that one, and I'll come back and show you the result. So unfortunately with the other tree, I just picked it up from here, and it pretty much fell out. It didn't have much roots at all. You can see where the roots are and how much it's got. A lot of dead ones here, I haven't really touched yet. So really not much roots there. This tree is pretty much just going to be put in some open mix and see if the roots will regrow. So not much to report on this one. It's looking very unhealthy. That's probably why the tree was discarded. It just pulled right out of the pot. No roots. So apart from those, which look nice and healthy, yeah, I'm just going to clean up some of the dead bits, and then I might pot this up, let us see if it recovers. Yeah, it looks nice now when you take it out. It's got potential, whichever way you want to look at it. But unfortunately, it looks like the roots are coming from up here, of the tree, not down here. So we'll have to see what we can do with this tree. Yeah, a bit of a waste, this one, but never know. You never know what you get. So there you go. That's something a bit more interesting. But yeah, I'll clean this up and, you know, hope for the best, I guess, and see what happens with this guy. Okay, so I came back to this tree now. I actually started to cut back some of the roots, and I found some really cool, a really nice base on this tree actually. You can see now, I'll come in closer probably, you see now all the dead wood here, and actually the Neighbour's flares quite nicely around there. So, you know, it can actually be not a bad tree in the future. So all I'm going to do now is make sure I repot this and get it healthy and kicking over. I've taken all the old clay off it. You can see it being thoroughly washed. It's like an emergency repot of this tree, but these guys are so strong and healthy. I'm not going to touch the foliage. I'm going to let it all just naturally try and recover on its own and just see what happens. So you can see that, not a bad base. The foliage, we'll try and do a claret top or a top, you know, nice interesting kind of natural, like a Australian native look with this tree. Yeah, this is not bad of a find now. Once you actually, the soil was buried pretty much all to that level, so that was all buried like that deep. So what happens is the roots grow upwards into the top part of the potting mix, so you don't actually see where the base is. You've got to pull that all the way to find the base. So yeah, I'm just going to pot that up and just see how it recovers, guys. So that's pretty much all I'm going to show you on this stuff. Maybe I'll come back in the future if this survives, and the other guy if that survives, and I'll show you how they're progressing. But yeah, for free, trees for free off the nature strip. People dumping stuff. You never know what you can actually get. Once you dig down, find the best tree. Dig down, find the base and the Neighbour. That's really important. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's something a bit different than my Shimpaku junipers all the time. But yes, a bit of a opportunistic video here with finding trees on the nature strip. Anyway, there you go, guys. Another video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click the little bell icon so you get notifications of new videos. See you next time.